Dear friends, welcome to Excel Masters. Usually we know that how we can find out the sum of these ones. So totally you can see that it is 562 here. So how are we going to find out that one? We can use the formula sum brackets and select that rows and close the bracket. And if you drag this column to the next one, we will get the sum of the both. Otherwise there is a shortcut to find out the sum of this set of numbers. Suppose we remove these ones, and if you click on that one and put alt equal to, then you will get the sum also. Same way, alt equal to, right? So formula, that is SUMIF and another is SUMIFS. In the SUMIF, we are going to take sum of a particular item only. Here you can see that the first item is completely shirts. This is actually a sales of a shirt manufacturing unit. Suppose they are making the shirts in different colors and different sizes, and according to that color and sizes the price is also different, and they are selling those in different quantities, and we can with the unit price and quantity multiplication, if you multiply these two ones, you will get that price of the particular size and color. Okay, now we can simply say that they sold some shirts, and if they want to find out how many quantity of the shirts they sold in the last 1 month or something like that, they are preparing the sales register, and they are one by one in the, if the first day, second day, like that, they are putting that quantity and amount, and this is the ledger they are maintaining. Now we want to take that what is the total amount and the quantity total quantity they sold in the period, and what is the amount they are getting by selling these things. So it is very easy as we find out that it is 562 quantity numbers of shirts they sold, and they got around 150,200. So this is easy straight away summing. So suppose this is this is only a shirt. Suppose there is any other item also there, so we have to find out what are the total quantity they sold only the shirts. So certain conditions we are giving, that we call SUMIF. We are giving a particular condition, and that condition, using by that condition, we have to find out how much it is the quantity. Suppose here we are telling that this is only a straight away summation, but SUMIF is telling that you have to give a criteria for that one. So if you find out suppose that the department manager asking that you sold a green shirt, it is 30 size, and another green is here 24 size, and another green is also there 28 size, and another green is 32 size, and green is 26. Altogether we can say that many sizes they sold in the green color shirts. So you can see that 30, 24, 28 different sizes, and the price is the same. It is as per the color the price is fixing, and different quantities they sold and got the amount. So we want to find out that you can see that from here, if you filter this green color, and you can easily find out that what is the total quantity. It is showing here 125 quantity of shirts they sold, and what is the amount they are getting from that. It is 32,500. So this is by filtration we are finding out. So remember that this SUMIF function is using to get the answer in this way. Suppose we are typing here green, we are taking that the green shirts. Now if you want to find out the quantity of the green shirt, only green shirts, how much quantity they sold in this period. So how can we find out that? For that purpose we are using this SUMIF formula. So what we are doing that we can find out that sum, as we discussed, if you take the sum like this, it gives all the total given quantity. But here we are going to take that sum is just to give that sum if the formula is starting. I will highlight it later. But we are going to do that one. Type sum if. Now first one is the range and it's a criteria. Remember that we are going to take a particular item only from a given set of items. So here the item is only green, but this green is taken from this set of colors. So we are going to take that range, means it is starting from here to here, that is the range, where that particular criteria is collectively given in that column. So you have to select that particular column, what we are going to take from here, specification. So then we already selected that column and comma, then what is the criteria? The criteria is the green color. Okay, then comma, then what we are going to take? We are going to take the quantity. So where the quantity lies? In this column. Select that one, then close the bracket. Now what we give? We give that we find out what is the criteria we are going to take. The criteria is the green. So we put where the green color. First we take that column where the green color comes. That is the color column. So we took that D6 to D27, the D column, and after that from this column we ask to Excel to take only green. So that's why we selected this green, that is this portion, and what we are going to add? Only the quantity. So you can see that this is highlighted and this is also highlighted, and this is the criteria. Now enter, you will get 125. So that means if you take the green color only and take this sum, it is 125, right? So I will show you that. So for the instead of this one, if you are given another formula, that we will learn later. So now select green, we will get 125. So here you can see that this 125. Now we are going to take the what is the amount they collected for these 125 green shirts. So we are going to put the formula again, equal to sum if, start the bracket. Now we are going to find out amount they collected for this green shirts. So the criteria is a green, so that range we have to select. Again the column D, comma, then what is the criteria? Criteria is the green, comma, then the sum range. You can see here sum range. What is the sum range? We are going to take the amount they collected for the green from the green shirts. So we are selecting this column because this is the price column. Okay, 32,500. If you find out the green, again just to check the formula, it is 32,500. So this is the for these purposes we are using the SUMIF formulas. If you go to here, this is the same way we are using that one. You can see that here it is SUMIF C6 to C27. This is the short because this is the first criteria is there. So here what we are doing, we took the green, so the formula is little bit different. How can we define this formula here? Learn, because we are going to take this. The first one is the criteria range. What criteria we are giving here, we should take that column. So that's why we took here it is D column. So we have to change. Why it is C here? It is because the criteria was short. Here we have to go to D 6 to D27, and G means it is the quantity. Okay, so K6 is this one. So in this formula we can see that is SUMIF D6 to D27, because the criteria is a green and the column lying green color is lying in the column, that is color is coming in this D columns. That's why we are taking D as the range, and the K6, that K6 is meaning what is the criteria given green color, what color it is, and G6 and G6 means it is a summary, because we are taking the summary of the sum of the quantity. And if you are taking the sum of the amount, then G will change it to H here. So, okay, that formula is coming here, H is there. Okay, now suppose we are going to change this one to red, what will happen? Then Excel is checking that where is the red and what is its quantity. So if you choose that red, check that one, it is 130 here. If you choose red, you will get 130. Okay, so that is the way we are using that SUMIFs. So if you put here white, you have to remember that you have to use the same spelling and everything. Then you will get a 210, and its amount is 63,000. So it depends upon what is the value given here, because this is the criteria. On based on that criteria, we are finding out how many quantity and how many what is the amount we are collecting from that one. So here we use the same way. So all the colors we took from here. Here around 6 colors, I think, 6 colors, and all of them are giving that green is 125. The formula you can see here, and its amount is 32,500. Orange 37 shirts, white 210 shirts. Here you can see blue 35. So if you write blue here, you will get the same 35 and 9800, and red 130, and gray is 25. Altogether, if you take the sum, so you can see the sum, it is 562. It is the same one, and 150,200 total amount. So here you can use only one criteria. That criteria you can change. If you are changing the criteria to some others in the size, then you have to change that this D column to the E column also. So wherever this criteria is coming from, where this criteria is coming, that column we have to take as a range. That is the way. And here the same thing. Here we are taking the sizes, not the colors. Then compared to that 30 size shirts, so company wants to, the manufacturer wants to know that how many pieces of shirts with the size 30 they sold in the particular period. Now what happened, the same formula we can use, only the difference is that we are taking that this is the criteria. You can see that, I will type it again, sum if, okay, then range means which will be the range. Range depends upon the criteria, which criteria we are using. The criteria here size, so you have to take the column of size. So you can select that column, okay, then comma, then what is this criteria? This is the criteria 30 size, comma, and sum range. We are going to take the quantity first, so sum range should be this one, column G. Then close the bracket and done. You will get that 30 size shirts are 90. You can see that these are the 30 size shirts. This is 90, right? It is in different colors, but we are looking only the size, one size. Earlier we looked only the color, so we are not checking the size. Now company is asking you, first they have asked how many pieces of the each color they sold and what is the amount coming from the. Now they are asking that what each size, how many shirts they sold. So it depends upon the requirement. That's the way we are given different types of criteria, and the amount is also the same way, equal to SUMIF check is a size is the criteria. That's the way we have to take the column of the size, okay, comma, and put the criteria cell, comma, and what we are going to take the sum, it is the amount, so we have to take the column H, okay, and that one 23150. So these are the SUMIF methods. We are giving one single criteria, then we have to find out the answers like that. So all if you are taking all of them, it will be the given the sum will be the same, because we are considering all the items and all quantities and amount in different ways. So if you change this size into some other criteria, then you have to change the column number also. Remember that. So this is the SUMIF. You can use this one in different ways, as we see here. So suppose the blue, then it gives 35 shirts and 9800. So suppose you want to change that this criteria to size, then what you have to do, you have to do that one. First we will type, if you type 30 here, the whole the value will go 00, because it is taking that this 30 in this color column, but it is not available there, that's why it is giving 0. So what we have to do, we are taking, if you are taking the size, you have to change the range also. Here the range is coming from green, so you have to change this range to size column. Now I change, you can drag that, okay, then you got 90, but you didn't get the amount, because here also the range is used by the color. So criteria, if you are taking the criteria as a size, you have to take the range also as the size. So move that one, you will get it. Now here you can see that one, it is took from the size column and the amount column. So these are the way to find out the SUMIF. Okay, now I thought that you understand that. The other formula is SUMIFS. Here we give one condition only, whether it is color or size. Here we are in the SUMIFS formula is this the plural S, because you can give one or more criteria. So here we know that we used two criteria in different ways. So here we can combine both these criteria. So whenever you want to combine two or more criteria, then we are using this SUMIFS. Okay, you see here it is green color and this is a size. So when we are using this, when we want to take that one, suppose the company is asking that you have to find out that green color shirt with 30 size, how much you sold. This is quantity. So how can we find that one? Then we are using that SUMIFS formula. But only if it is almost the same as this one, but we are giving two conditions at a time. But you remember that only the difference is that in the SUMIFS we will take this column is in this formula, this column is the sum from where we want to take the sum. So the G is the quantity. But if you are applying this as SUMIFS, you want to do that additional column first, and after that criteria range and criteria. Here this is the criteria range, and this is the criteria range and criteria. That means this is the color column and this is the color, right? And last it will come the sum range, from where we take sum. It is from G. But if you go to SUMIFS, you will get very easy, because Here we are giving multiple criteria, that's why we keep that criteria in the end and we are taking the sum range first. That's only. Look, sum if s. Okay, then start the bracket. Here we can see the sum range will come first. Now we are going to take the quantity of the total quantity of the orange color shirt of 30 inch sizes. So we are taking that if you are applying the sum if s the multiple criteria, then take the sum range first. Now I am taking that sum range first. Now comma, then it is coming as the criteria and its criteria ranges and criteria. Here we use the criteria range and criteria first, then sum range last, because there is only one criteria and one criteria column and one sum is there. Here we are taking the multiple criteria with one sum range. That's why we keep the sum range first and taking the criteria range second, because here there are many criteria. That's why we can add that criteria and range together. So many criteria and ranges one by one. That's why we are Excel is keeping that criteria ranges in the last. So you can see that one. If you are now we are taking that two criteria. One is orange and other is 30 size only. So you can take any one of them first. There is no issue. But now I am going to take that color first. So you have to take the color column first. What is the color column? It is D. Select the color column, then comma, then that color range. The color range is starting from orange, right? Color is here. Color range and color criteria. A cell already defined. Then go to the second criteria. It will be highlighted here, right? You can see here. So the second range is that size range. We are looking for the 30 size only. So you can simply understand that from where this 30 will be available, it will be available from the E column. So select that E and comma, and what is the criteria? It is 30. Okay, we are applying now. What we did, we applied the sum column earlier, that is G, quantity column, and from there we want to take that total, and after that we gave the first criteria as the color criteria. That's why we took the color column and gave the color, which color we want, orange, and it's a cell reference given. And after that, second criteria is the size. So we took the size column, and what is the size? It is from this column S10. Okay, now we close the bracket, enter that, you will get it is 15, right? So you can check that one. Green 15, remember the answer. Green 30 size only, 15, right? Similarly the orange, the same way, only the change is that this color here, what is the change here? You can see that only one change will be there, because the size is 30 and summation is from the G column. Only the change is happening in this cell. Instead of green, we are going to take orange, the same size. So this column is, this R11 was used, we used here R11. Both are the same numbers, that's why that didn't make any difference. So here we used R11, here we are going to use the R12, the reference, that's only. So suppose we are going to apply again. Listen, SUMIFS. S means it's multiple criteria as there. Start the bracket. The first one is the sum range. We are going to take the quantity sum amount we will take here. So quantity, so select that column, quantity column, that is the sum. From there we are taking the sum. Now we are going to give that a criteria. Criteria range is, we are looking first the color. So take the color column first, comma, and this is a This is the cell we want to take as the formula is overlapping, that's why. So just to click this cell is R12, so apply that R12 here. Some range, comma, color range, comma, this cell is R12, type R12, then another range, size range, comma, size is 30. Under that you will get 15. So only the change is happening here is this reference. So if you go to this formula, you can see that G6 to D27, this column, there is a quantity we want to sum, and D6 to D27, that is a color column, and E6 to E27, that is a size column, and size is also S10. Here also S10 means it is 30. Here also size 30. Only the difference is coming in the color. So that's why here we used R11. If you go to, you can see the R11, and if you go to the next one, only the difference is R12. So all others are the same. So in another way we can say that we can copy paste the column also, this formula also, because only the difference is, if you copy, don't take the equal sign, and don't just press enter, and if you paste that formula here, the formula is coming like that, and only the R11 to copy paste of the formula. Then now it is taking this from the here, and the sum is from here, orange and that. Okay, so similarly here also you can see that it is SUMIFS. Try to say SUMIFS, start the bracket, we are going to take sum from the quantity, okay, comma, then first criteria is the color, select the color, criteria range, then criteria is the color from this R13, then next one is the size range, right, and size is, we are looking for the 30 size, then close the bracket. Right. The 25 numbers of white shirts are there, and here it is error because there will not be any size. If yes, try for that ones. SUMIFS, sum range is the quantity, comma, criteria range is a color range, comma, color is R14. It is taken from this cell. The formula is overlaying there, that's why we cannot select that one, that's why we are giving R14, and comma, and the next range is size range, comma, what is the size? It is 30, and then you will get 0 because there is no shirt in the 30 size, red shirt is not there. Sorry, not red, blue. 30 is not there, only 32 and 28 is there, right, and red is 35 there, and gray nothing is there. So that is the way. If you go to the other sizes also, you can see like that. Look, this is 32 size, the same formula we are using, same way. What we are doing, equal to SUMIFS, bracket starts, sum range is quantity range, comma, the next range will be criteria range, color, and we select the color, which color it is, green color, one comma, next range is size range, comma, what is the size? It is now 32 and 25 pieces. Similarly, you can get all the formulas like that. So If you look here, you can see that some of the formulas are already locked. This we call as locked formulas. So locked means, if you see here and here, there is some difference, right? I'll show you. The 15, here the formula is, I will show you the formula. This is a formula. If you put this equal, it will change it to formula, otherwise it will be a text. So here the formula, I didn't put the equal because if you put the equal here, it will act as a formula, then you will not see this formula detail. So this SUMIFS, if you see that one, there is, we know that we are taking this is the first, this portion, this G6 to G27, this portion is taken from that quantity we want to add, and because in every cases this portion is the same, you have to go through the quantity column, and the next D6 to D27 it specifies the color column, because we are taking the criteria as a color, so it will always take this column. So these columns, if you are only the changes, and the next one is also E26, it is size, because the S10 is the size, this is the size T10, like that. So there is no change in these criterias, because we are taking all these data from the same table. So that's a way we can keep, you can see that all these, here also we can see that all the D6 is starting from the D6 to D27, D6 to D27. Here also we can see that one, it is G6 to G27, G6 to G27, G6 to all these columns are the same, because we are looking this color in the color column, and we are looking at the size in the size column. Only the matter is that colors are changing and the sizes are changing. So we are looking in this formula, what we are telling to Excel, that you have to check that you have to take the sum of these quantities, but you should check the green color in the color column, and you should check that size 30 from the size column. So these columns are the same, three columns are there, we are referring three columns. First column is the summation column, second one is the color column, and third is the size column. So all these columns are the same, only the difference these criteria are changing. So we can keep these columns as the constant columns. So if you want to constant without change, because if you suppose think this is a here is a formula, right? If you drag this one, it will copy the formula from down, but only the difference is that this, look here, it is G6 to D27. If you drag to down, it changed to G7. Here it is starting from G6, but if you drag down, it will change to G6 to G7 and G27 to 28. Well, because it Excel is automatically taking the corresponding cells. So suppose if you another example, we can say that here there is 25, 20, and 10. Here 15 plus 10 plus 5. Suppose we are adding these ones, these two. So if you find out sum, or just apply alt equal to sum, and here also alt equal to sum. You will get the answer like that: 10, 20, 10, 30, 10, 5, 15, 25, 15, 40. But you know that if you remove this one, or otherwise we are separately add these ones by giving the formulas, right? Otherwise we can do one thing also. If this is the 40, we know that it is the sum of these two quantities. The Excel knows that this is the sum, so that's why if you drag this one down, it automatically calculates, because here it calculates this one plus this, and the next time Excel knows that we are asking to add this plus this. That's why it gives a correct answer, this one. If you put one cell more, it will give you 0 because then nothing is there. And if you add this 25 and 50 here, you will get 75 automatically, because it knows that we already give the formula. Now only the change is that if you see the formulas, it is O35 plus P35. If you drag that to next column, next cell, it automatically takes this instead of 35 to 36 and P36, 37, like that. That is the quality of that Excel formula application. So here, if you are dragging in the same way, it will take the next cell only. But here we know that this quantity column is starting from G6. We cannot change that one because it is starting from G6, and because this particular green may be coming as the first one or second one, we don't know that. That's why this column is already we need as a fixed, the quantity, and the color column also we need as fixed value, and the size column also. That's why what we had to do that one. For that purpose, we need to keep that columns without any change. It should be starting from G6 to G27, D6 to D27, and E6 to E27. So for that purpose, what we are doing that, this is freezing of the formulas. If you freeze this one, then it will not be changed. So for the freezing, we are giving that a dollar sign. Put a dollar sign before that G, and this is the column number, and before the 6 also. So if you give the dollar sign here, the G is fixed. Then the formula will not be changed from G. And if you put a dollar column before 6, then 6 is also freeze. The row number will not be changed. And similarly to G27, D6, D27. And there is an easy way to freeze that one. Just click on that number that is in between that here or here. Okay, put the cursor there and press F4. It automatically put dollar in both cases. F4. Just press F4 by clicking the cursor on that cell reference. Now there is nothing changed. The same value we are getting, but you can drag this down, right? But then whatever, which one we didn't check, that two cell references we didn't lock. One is R11 and another is S10. Why it is not locked? Because R11 is here, that color. If you drag this one, automatically this green will be shifted to orange. That's why we keep this formula as a free without locking, right? So here, if this is R11, if you go to here, it should be R12. So if you drag down, R will be the same. There is no change in the R, only the changes in the row numbers. So we keep that R11, 12, like that. We keep it as open if you want to drag down. Okay, and then another one we didn't block, S10. S10 means this is 30, right? This is 30. So if you drag this one, this is 30 means it is S10, the cell S10, 10th row, S10. If you drag this one, it will go to the S11, come here. So we need 30 size only. We don't want to move that value to 15. So that's why we want to lock this 30, right? So we should keep that S will be the same. We are not going to change the S, because if you drag it down, the column will not be changed, only the row will be changed. That's why we will keep this 10. We cannot change this row number. This is coming in the 10th row. That's why we don't want to change that row number. We keep that row number as a stable. We are not going to freeze that S, because while we are moving here, it will change 30 to 32. S will change it to T. H should be changed to T. T should be changed to U, like that. So we keep that one as constant. And if you go here, this R will be the same. You cannot change the R to S. So that's why we are keeping the R as a constant. Enter that one. Now we lock all these things. And if you move this one right, it will not affect the values, it will give you the same value. So or if you apply the formula in the one cell only and give this freezing method, and you can drag this one down also. Suppose here I am going to remove all the formulas from here. Look, now we have only one formula. This formula is telling that we are going to take the sum of these green color shirts with 30 inch sizes. So we applied the formula as first we gave that summation where from the sum is coming, that is a quantity, and next the color range and color, and then size range, then size. So this is our, and we locked this G6 and G27. It is the quantity coming from the G column, and D6 and D27, it is the color area range, and this is size range E6 to E27. So we locked all these fixed columns by applying these dollars, and only we applied that R here because we want to keep this column stable. R is, it should be there, R, not S or nothing. So we locked R only in that formula, here R only, and here we locked only this 10. So then if you drag this one, you will get the formula, and drag down, it will be applied automatically to all columns, right? So here also you can see that here only the difference is that if you copy this formula to here, we are going to change anything. We are taking, what is the change here? Here the quantity we calculated, here we need to calculate amount. So if you copy this formula to here, now now you can see that here it's also, it is calculating quantity as here, because there is no change, all the columns are freeze and everything is the same, the size is here, so it automatically comes the size to here. If you click on that one, you can see that one, it is taking the green color and it is taking the size from 30. So this size is here because the same way, that's why, or otherwise you can move this one to here. Okay, it is giving the same values, but only the difference is that here we need that amount, here we calculated quantity. So what we are going to do, that one is change the column from the quantity to amount. This is the quantity, amount is H, coming from H. So either you can select this portion and apply, select it from here, or otherwise simply change the, drag this one to there, it automatically changes to H, right? So all the freezing and everything is already done there because we copied that formula from here, and only we want to change the sum range. Sum range, it was quantity there, now we change it to amount, and it just drag it on and down, you will get all the formulas here. So the zeros are there is no blue shirt with 34 sizes, like that. So you will get all the total quantity. What was the quantity here? Sorry, amount, it is 150,200, and you can see that the quantity also total 562 shirts were there in the different colors and different sizes. So this is a SUMIF and SUMIFS. In the SUMIFS you can apply in a number of category that criteria. If you want to find out another criteria in between this one, if it contains the table, suppose this white is different countries, they exported this one to UK, US, like that, and if you give one more condition here, you can apply. I will show you that. Suppose insert a column and just to put the country, and suppose this is US and this is UK, this is India, Now we added one more condition there, the countries, and if you want to find out that that condition also, if you want to include that condition also, we have to suppose the green and size 30, and one more condition is that it should be from to US. So you can put the 30 size here and to US. Now we want to find out how much quantity we exported to US. So here what we are going to do, we have to SUMIF is okay, SUMIFS, and the first we want to find out the sum range. It is from quantities. If you are looking for the quantity, then select the quantity column, right, comma. Then what you are going to do, you are going to take that first condition is the green shirt, so you have to select the color column, right, and give that which color you want to take. So you want to take that green color, take green, comma. Then again we are going to size column, right, comma, which size you want to take, 30 size. So right, select 30. Then again now we are going to take the next criteria. It is country code. So it is you want to know that how much shirt goes to US, so you have to select that country column, okay, and that is a criteria country, and which country we are going to take, US, right. Now it is completed. We give that sum range, this is color range, and what is the color, a size range, what is the size, then country range, and what is the country, close the bracket, enter. You will get a 15. So it is green color, 30 US. That were the three criteria we gave. So green color, size 30, and to US. So automatically comes, it is 15 numbers. So 15 numbers. If you change this one to white, it automatically changes the quantity, 25. If you change the 30 to 28, it automatically the same number. And suppose it is 32, 0, nothing is there in the white column. And if you change 26, 35 pieces are there. And if you change the country code also, if you change it to the UK, you will get 0. And if you change that to India, it is also 0, only it is here. So if in India, if you change 30, nothing is there, and 32, nothing is there. And if you find out that red is there, now green 30, just check that which green where it has gone. Green US 30, 15, and green US 24 is there. Yeah, green 24 size US is there. So white, what about white? 45 is there. So it will change like that, right? So you can find out any one of them. And if you want to find out the orange here, as we discussed earlier, and if you want to the same size or different sizes, whatever it may be. So this is 24 size. So if you want to know that how much orange is there, only formula is applied and give this 24 and UK. So we want to apply the formula here. Only the way is that very easy method. You can, because we are going to take that quantity from the H column. Now we changed, we inserted one, earlier it was G. Now we inserted one column here. That's why that G shifted to H and H shifted to I. So now the quantity is the H in the H column. That's why it is showing that H there, right? So this H is the quantity now, and freeze that one by applying F4 button and a D6 for the color, and F6 for the size, and D6 for the country. F4. So if you drag this one here, no one need to freeze freeze for this 30 because it is direct application in the linear application. That's the way it automatically takes these values as it is. So we need to freeze only that columns which are coming from that one, and just drag it and you will get a 0. If you check the 30, it will be there if anything is there. Yes, if you hit 30 to 10 numbers are. So this is all about that SUMIFS. So it is very easy to apply in the different conditions. You have to careful about that taking that criteria ranges and criteria, that's only. And remember that for the SUMIF we are taking that criteria and criteria range, then sum column from where you need to take the sum range sum. So that is called a sum range. In the SUMIF, if only if is there, you have to take that sum range in the last, and if it is SUMIFS, you have to take the sum range as first. That is the only difference. And after the first you take the sum range, then you can add criteria, criteria range, criteria, criteria range, like that. It is very easy to application. Okay. Thank you very much.